What's up, YouTube land? Ziino Gaming here, and welcome back to episode number 33 of my F1 2020 My Team. Today we're racing in the Styrian Hills, the Red Bull Ring, the A1 Ring as it was formerly known, the Austrian Grand Prix. So, coming into this weekend, we haven't got any upgrades for the car for this race, unfortunately, but just having a look quickly here at this graph right here, you can see how tight it is. Renault a little bit ahead, and then Racing Point, Ferrari have jumped back ahead of us for this race weekend by the looks of it, and then we're just ahead of McLaren. It's all very close, so it depends on how the car performs to each track on any particular weekend to how it goes. So now we'll move into qualifying here, and hopefully looking to put it in Q3. Austria is always a strong track for me on this game, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, and let's get straight into it. So here we go, first run in qualifying. You can see here I start my qualifying lap, and Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, he starts his lap immediately like a second behind me, and this is really frustrating part of the game for me, because I don't know why the AI don't give themselves a little bit of space to complete their lap, but they're obviously not smart enough to do so. But anyway, I make a bit of a mistake here through this long left-hander, and then Verstappen goes up the inside here of me, and it ruins both our laps. My lap wasn't very special anyway, but it ruins his lap as well because he doesn't give himself space at the start of the lap. Just something to maybe note about. But then yeah, coming through the last few corners here, this is the first lap. I'm on the medium tyre just to trial it out here and give it a go, and we set not the most outstanding lap time. Here's the second run time lap of the mediums, and we're doing a much better lap time here, and we've got a car behind us again. But here I have a little moment through this penultimate corner, and we're out of the session just like that. I couldn't believe it. Like, just the slightest oversteer moment. Obviously the rear was quite loose in terms of an oversteer with the qualifying trim, and it just stepped out of me, and I corrected it, and it just snapped the other way, and you know, my reaction skills weren't very good there either. So we're out of qualifying here. That time obviously not good enough to get me through to Q2. That's got me last in the grid. So very disappointing, and it is what it is. You know, I'll take it on the chin, start from the back here, and you can see who else got eliminated in qualifying there, and with the two Alphas and the the one Haas of Magnussen, and then the two Williams. So yeah, it is what it is, and we'll get into the race now. I'll give it over to Crofty, and he will give you the race introduction.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Esteban Ocon, and Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Stroll, and Sebastian Vettel, Albon, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat, and Hubert, Russell, Giovinazzi, Kevin Magnussen, and Lando Norris, Raikkonen, De Vries, Latifi, and the captain. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So welcome to the start of the Grand Prix here today. Don't worry about what Jeff's saying. And Austrian Grand Prix, very overcast, but no rain expected. We had a bit of rain in practice 1 and practice 3, and it was fine. So yeah, glad though there's no rain for this race, and we'll be able to just get on with it. Strategy wise, I wanted to start on the hard tyre here, so that's what I'm messing around with here, trying to start on the hard tyre. So that's the plan. I thought let's try and just manage the start of the Grand Prix and then just be really strong at the end. I feel like I can just hang around in the first 20 laps, 23 laps, and then really storm home strong at the end and be really fast at the end of the race. That was the plan. Unfortunately, though, I don't select it as a strategy. I do all this time wasting here, and you can see that actually the 2-stop is selected, and I didn't realise it. So, yeah, you can see I start the soft tyre. So I just switch it up to the 1-stop immediately. But here we go, 5 red lights straight away. We're jumping straight into it. And let's go here for the Austrian Grand Prix. And decent start. We get immediately alongside the Williams. We go up the inside here. I have a few cars here, but I'll have to back out of this move. Just look, Giovinazzi cuts me off, and all of a sudden I'm back down to last. So, yeah, got squeezed into turn 1. We did touch, and warning on the collision there, no big deal. Coming into turn 2 now, and you can see I'm a fair way off the pack, but I'm going to break it at my normal point here. I broke it a little bit earlier, but still look how slow the AI are going here into turn 2, actually turn 3 technically. And a little bit of contact there with Norris. There's going to be another warning on a collision, but that's fine. We move up into 19th place there, so gain a few positions ahead of Giovinazzi and the 2 Williams, and Giovinazzi is out dragging De Vries there as Norris is going side by side with Raikkonen. He's down the order due to poor qualifying, but also a 5-place grid penalty. Started 18th, so qualified 13th here. A little bit of pressure here from Giovinazzi here in the middle sector, and I'll give him a bit of space here. Can he get up the inside of us into turn 7 and 8? I don't think he will, so P19 for now, and we're just going to have to settle into the rhythm as always, and try and just make our way through these guys. I know we're going to be a little bit quicker than some of these guys, but I'm not sure where our genuine car pace is, because Hubert didn't have the best qualifying. He was down in 15th place, 16th place, and that's where he is now. But anyway, lap 2 here, and on the back of Raikkonen, I'm going to go for it here into the hairpin corner. He actually goes a bit defensive, but I go very conservative on the braking, but you can still just easily outbrake the AOA when they're all bunched up together like this. And we get past Kimi here and move into 18th place. So next lap here, lap 3, and we're behind Lando and our teammate Hubert. So you can see they're a little bit ahead, but not too much obviously. I'm going to close right up here in the braking zone. You can see now I'm going to try and take a sweeping line, open up the angle, try and get a better exit and run off the corner. I'd get a decent run off the corner here using overtake mode. I'm going to enable it. No, I'm not going to enable it. Now I do. So I thought I did. And then coming here into turn 4 up the inside, almost running into the back of Hubert. See, I kind of just straightened the car out there so I wouldn't hit Hubert. And we get past Lando there for 17th place. Now Antoine up next. We're going to go to the inside here into turn 3. And quite easily down the inside there alongside. He leaves me the space. Now it's a traction battle out of turn 3, and now open the DRS side by side with Hubert coming into turn 4. He actually puts up a little bit of a fight here into turn 4, and now I run a little bit deep here though into 4. I didn't get the braking run. He gets me on the crisscross here underneath me, going through 5 now into 6 here, and I'm going to dive it back up the inside here of Antoine, and unfortunately that's going to invite Lando to now look up the inside into turn 7. So now Hubert and Norris going side by side. Norris getting ahead there through 7 and 8. As I have a look back there, they're still side by side. Antoine would claim the position through 9 and 10. Coming to the lap 5 now, and caught unaware. Look how early the Haas cars are on the brake there. Just a odd, man. I'm that far back, and I'm almost hitting them. So you just have to avoid contact there into turn 4. Now can I have a look at Magnussen? Not quite close enough. Next lap here, and gonna get a decent run through 1, missed the apex slightly, not good traction either off the corner, but now I'm using overtake mode here. Magnussen's getting a fantastic run on Russell. I'm getting a double slipstream here, and Magnussen goes to the inside, Russell's in the middle, I go to the outside. I think Magnussen actually didn't go up the inside, so now side by side with Russell here, and get great traction on the exit of the corner, great purchase, so enable overtake mode, and now I'm ahead, and that's a nice move up into, can't even tell what place that is, 14th I believe, and lap 9 here, and Lando Norris has made his way through the traffic. He got past my teammate and the 2 Haas cars as well. So now I drove away from him, and he's pressuring me. I'm trying to close up here on Vettel and Kvyat. So yellow flags down in the background, and at this point I was thinking maybe it was Hubert having issues, but it's actually going to be Kevin Magnussen who's having issues, as you see his name. Lose a position to George Russell, and Magnussen actually did pass Russell as well, to note, but now he's got issues, and yeah, I'm not having a great run here. And now we've got a VSC deployed, but Lando Norris has got some pretty good race pace here, and he's got the pressure on the back of me here, And now coming through the middle sector, we restart here in the VSC, and I didn't get the best restart and the best jump here at the VSC. You can see Magnussen's car still there. I don't know why the VSC gets brought off, but I'm having to defend here coming into turn 9 here. Norris is getting a fantastic run here into turn 9. So I defend the position and am able to hold on to the place for now. And let's see if Lando is going to have a go with me into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Now this is end of lap 11. We're going to start lap 12. And I missed the apex there through the last corner. Poor run, and Lando's going to be all over me here. I go to defend, and he's already on my inside. So now I'm going to brake early here and try and undercut him. He locks up his front left tyre. He takes a lot of curb and doesn't get a great run out of turn 1. We crisscross him underneath and get past Lando Norris, and we actually get DRS for this straight as well. But then Lando's going to get the DRS here for the next straight, but it doesn't matter. Lap 15, 14 here, and Hubert's in the pits, Vettel in the pits as well. A few cars pitted now, and here comes Bottas out on the hard tyre. He's leading the Grand Prix, and I'm going to steal a little bit of DRS off Bottas here, and just to keep me at bay of Lando. And I was hoping that maybe I was going to be able to run with Valtteri's DRS here, but obviously, and stay in his slipstream, but obviously he would pull away from me quite quickly. The goal, you can see the tyres there now, and the goal here is to get to lap 16 and pit in for the mediums. You can see using all of the track there. And yeah, so the goal is to use the medium tyre. So I need to get to lap 16 here, and coming into turn 3, lap 15 under pressure, still from Norris. You can see Bottas has got out of the DRS zone. Short shift to 4th here, and then lose the rear, and I'm straight in the barrier, and that's a massive accident. Huge accident, really, and yeah, not fantastic. We're out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. Yeah, I short shifted to 3rd to 4th, was at full throttle, was getting, I thought, a good exit, and then all of a sudden, as I went to the engine's revved to 5th gear, I shifted to 5th gear, just the rear end just went, and I kept the steering wheel as straight as possible. You see the replay here. I kept it straight, I thought, and then unfortunately it couldn't. The tyres being maybe that obviously fresh tyres no problem, but with the tyres set that worn, it obviously the rears couldn't hack it any longer. You can see here's the replay, and yeah, not the best. Unfortunately, just the car losing it. It's great camera angle here.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
It's got to be Valtteri Bottas, a commanding performance that I think had the audience's eyes glued to him for the majority of the race.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
That's the Grand Prix, guys. Disappointing one. Crashed out in qualifying, crashed out in the race. Yeah, really poor form this weekend, and no excuses. Just poor racing, and yeah, it is what it is. And I was pretty upset, so I didn't go into the standings. I skipped through this pretty quickly. So, yeah, now coming post-race here, we've got contract renewal with Hubert, and I said I'm going to just keep him on. I think he's done a better job this year. He's obviously improving as a driver, and I'm just going to keep him on for the second half of this year. I'm not going to go and make a driver change mid-season. I just don't feel like there's a need to do that. We're not competing really for a championship at this point, so I'm just going to save a bit of money here. I'm still just going to try and work on developing the facilities a bit more, and I'm gonna I'm going to get a new driver for next season. I'm not sure who I'm going to get yet. Leave me a suggestion if you got any for who I should hire for next season. My short list at the minute could be the 2 McLaren drivers. They seem to always outperform their cars in this career mode, so I think they could be an option with those 2 drivers there. Anyway, coming now into just activities, just planning out and stuff, just so organising all that. And then also needing to organise upgrades on the car as well. So you can see where we lie here in the data performance. And I really think my next upgrade is going to be on the engine. As after Silverstone and Hungary, then you have the likes of Belgium and Monza, so I would like an engine upgrade, so that's what I do here, and I could probably get another one before those 2 races as well, because it's only the next engine power update is only a minor part, and I rushed that bit as well. Unfortunately, the aerodynamics
we were
failed.
Expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed the quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like
Thank you,
redeveloped
Carl.
via the
I
R&D
understand. We've gone through this a million times. So unfortunately, major update not going to be there on the car for Silverstone. Really disappointing. Hopefully we get it for Hungary at least. It's on the rear wing. Get it for Hungary at least, and that should be good. However, the rushed engine development part gets in for Silverstone, which is actually quite important because Silverstone is quite a lot of time spent on full throttle, bit of a power circuit. He goes through that line again. Don't know why, because we didn't have another failed bit. I thought we did for a second, but we didn't. And then I purchased some more regeneration resource points for the powertrain facility, and it's starting to get quite expensive, these bits, but you know, you need to do it. You need to get resource points in, so you gotta spend money to make money. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode despite the poor performance from myself. Hopefully we can have a much better race at Silverstone. Leave a like on the video, comment your feedback down in the comment section, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye.